Hello everyone, it's Jenny here and I am coming to you with your daily update on my HCG journey. You would think from my singing that I'm happy, but I'm not. All right, so how did things go? Let me tell you what the scale said first and then I'll give you my explanation. The scale said 162.5. Exactly what it said yesterday. All right. Quite frankly, I'm okay with that. Obviously not happy, but okay. Why? I gave in to my weakness. Okay, so I went to church. My son didn't feel like going. He's like, listen, can we just watch one of them on TV? Can we just pull up one of the old videos from our church online that we have, the service that we missed and didn't go to, and just watch it at home? I'm like, because you're just feeling lazy? I said, let's go. We'll go to church. They don't have all the music and everything online. It's just a sermon. Let's go. Be part of the community. We're going to church. And then I'm like, but I'm not really feeling excited today in general. I was going to go to Costco afterwards because it's on the way home. And I told my son, I think we're going to bypass that idea. And he's like, okay, great. So after church, we're going home. And of course, now I'm all organized and everything. We went to the early service because my classes end at 8 a.m. when I'm done teaching. I hate sitting around for a couple hours before heading off to church. I like to just kind of get it done. My poor son, teenage son who has to get up at 9 a.m. on a Sunday. 9 a.m. is not that early, really. I used to have to be at church at 8 a.m. when I was a kid. My whole life. So there was no sleeping in. So he has to wake up at 9. All right. So we're driving by and I'm like, I'm sorry, Zachary, but I really do need cod. I really do need the vegetables. It's not going to be as crowded because this is still early. Right now it's like 10:30 in the morning and we're driving right by it. Rather than me making a special trip, we're going to go in, but I promise you it'll be quick. You can get whatever you want. How about that? What kind of mom am I? Pick out anything you want. I mean, it's easy to do. Well, not anything. He'd pick probably the earbuds or something. Any food you want. Food doesn't really motivate my son. I wish I was him. But we got in there, we're walking, and I said, oh, the salmon's on sale. I said, why is everyone around the salmon? Oh, it's on sale. It's like $3 off a package. Looks really good. Looks fresh. Let's go ahead and get some salmon. And he's like, okay, great. He loves salmon. So that was his treat. Got the things we needed. I had a great Costco experience. I'm not going to go into that now. You don't care. But okay, let me just tell you one thing. Do you know what they did? You know how the lines are crazy. Okay, they used to have you can scan your own stuff. Love those lines. Scan your own stuff lines. They got rid of them. Now, I just hate standing in these long lines because those were always fast lines. But today, there was a lady it wasn't somebody in every line doing this, but in our line, there was a lady with a hand scanner. She was going down the line, scanning everything in the cart, and then scanning your Costco card. So when we got to the register, we just handed them the Costco card, and they scanned it and said, this is your total. Do you want it on the card? Yes. Boom. They just tap it. They're like, you're all set to go. And they push the cart right back out and you're all set. Is that not the bomb? Our line went so fast. I told the lady, I'm like, this is awesome. This is awesome. And they still had like the bagger person at the end, which they didn't really need because, I mean, really, you should just have to bag your own stuff at that point. They should just get rid of that bagger position altogether. And that person should be going down the line and scanning people's stuff and their card because it was the bomb. Okay, I had to share because it made me so happy. And so happy that I chose the line that the lady was in. It was just the end one. So she just happened to come up and then help out with that one line. Oh, I just think it's great. Okay. So I came home and I made the salmon. Now, normally, I would prepare salmon for the family with a light layer of mayo on the top and then a bunch of seasonings in that. And then when I got away from trying to eat that much fats, I started just brushing it with olive oil and then putting all the spices on it and justifying it, saying, well, you need the spices to stick, so you have to brush it with olive oil. I put nothing on it. The piece of fish there, it didn't have the skin on it. the big piece of fish out of the package right on the pan, and I just sprinkled 3 different kinds of spices. I put an Italian seasoning spice, garlic powder, and what's the third one? I had 3. Oh, I had a like a seasoning salt kind of spice. All right, so I sprinkled those 3 on top of the fish, covered it completely, stuck it in the oven. 30 minutes later, I think it was the best salmon I've ever had in my life. The seasonings made like a crust on the top, so it had a little bit of crunch to it, and it was moist. I mean, there's no doubt it's a fatty fish. It needed no oil. So for all of you out there who are putting all kinds of stuff on your salmon when you're cooking it, it was so moist and oily and, delicious. Needed nothing. And it tasted so good. I mean, I just remember thinking, this is so addicting, just like taking little pieces of it and eating. I'm like, this is like back in the day when I was addicted to sweets or potato chips or something like that. Like I had that same kind of sensation of like being really hungry, but a bag of potato chips in front of you. Like you just can't stop then because you're hungry and they taste so good. You just can't stop because your mouth is pleased. This was the same way. I just couldn't stop. So I cooked it up, and then there were 2 small pieces on the side, and I wanted to keep it in the oven a little bit longer for the thicker part of the fish. So I took the 2 smaller pieces off and I put them on a small plate, and I thought I'll have my snack first early in the day. So I ate up those pieces just by themselves on the plate to die for. Later on, went back, made a big plate of vegetables, put salmon on top of it. Way too much salmon. I'm telling you, way too much salmon. And I know salmon is a heavy fish, and you're only supposed to have 4 ounces per meal at the most. Way too much fish. Not too much if that was a piece of chicken, but definitely way too much for being a piece of salmon, which is not even on the protocol. It's not even like, oh, but salmon, this is how much. You don't eat salmon on this protocol. It's got fat in it. And a lot of fat in it. So, yeah. And then later in the day, I was down in the kitchen. I was putting some dishes away and doing something else, and the fish was still there, and the pan was still warm because it kept kind of going back in the oven just to stay warm as people were kind of grazing and eating it. So I went back, and then it was sitting there, and I cut off a little bit of the end and to cook up. I kept grazing and snacking. At the end of the day, I finally took the last pieces and sealed them up with saran wrap on a plate and put it on but there is not much left, and we had a huge piece of salmon. Now I'm hoping that my husband ate a lot of it, and he probably would have. And I know my son had some. Hopefully he had a lot too, because when I think of how big this fish is and what was left. So that's what I had. Okay. Did I have anything else after that? No, but I mean, the amount of salmon was probably equivalent to like 4 snacks and then well over 4 ounces of, I ate more than 10 ounces of fish. Definitely more than 10 ounces of fish. So I broke protocol. I cheated. I had too much fat. The only good thing I can say about this is that my cheats have not been carbs or sugar. I have not had carbs or sugar on this diet. So hopefully my body is still in ketosis throughout these 21 days. Oh, it's officially 21st day today. So this is 3 weeks on the diet, the 21 days, lost 10.4 pounds because I lost nothing else compared to yesterday. It would have been nice to have had that number like bump up to an 11 or something like that. But all right. I am hopeful for tomorrow. Let me tell you, when I went to bed last night, I did not take my drops. I felt so full. And I just felt like, and I've got Tom going on. So, time of the month. And so you're not really supposed to be on drops then anyway. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not taking drops. And I woke up this morning feeling stuffed, like the morning after a Thanksgiving dinner when you wake up and go, oof, the morning after a Christmas dinner or something like that, where you eat all day long, all the way up to you almost go to bed. that is exactly how I feel this morning. So I did not take drops again today. Again, not really supposed to because of Tom, but I had been the past couple days because I still was feeling hungry, and it helped subside that hunger. But then the last couple days I was losing a pound every day too. So although there are two small pieces, and by small I don't mean small, I mean American portion size, of salmon left, I am not going to eat them. I will not eat them. I am going to make my cod today. It is going to be a hard thing to do. I'm going to tell you that right now. A hard thing to do. I'm telling you, I know I'm going to justify it when I see it in the refrigerator and go, well, I'm just not going to eat the plethora of salmon I ate yesterday. It's where my brain's going to want to go. But I know I'm back on the bandwagon, and that cod, significantly less calories and fat. So that is my plan. The cod that was defrosted, I should tell myself it's going to go bad if I don't eat it today, since it's been defrosted now for over a day. So there you go. Okay. Yeah. I guess we all cheat at times. This wasn't my best cheat. I'm going to read to you really quickly what the protocol says. You know, I've been reading directly from Dr. Simeons' pounds and inches protocol, where he talks all about the HCG diet from back in the 60s to get exactly what it says on the original protocol. Today, I'm going to talk about exactly what he says you can and cannot eat. And it's not very long. So here we go. Breakfast. It says, tea or coffee in any quantity without sugar. Only 1 tablespoon of milk allowed in 24 hours. Saccharin or other sweeteners may be used. Okay? So, if you need to have a teaspoon of milk in your coffee, you can every other day. I think if you do the fat-free one, you could maybe do it every day. Or do they probably add sugar to that, don't they? I don't know. I'd have to look at the ingredients. Anyway, we're just talking about what Dr. Simeon said on his original protocol. That's what he said. Okay, lunch. You get 100 grams of protein. And it says beef, a chicken breast, fresh white fish, lobster, crab, or shrimp. Those are your choices. He adds all visible fat must be carefully removed before cooking, and the meat must be weighed raw, not after it's cooked. So, because it weighs more when it's raw. All right. Oh, I didn't even see this next line. Ready? Next line starts with the word salmon. Salmon, eel, tuna, herring, dried or pickled fish are not allowed. How apropos. The chicken must be removed from the bird. Okay, don't cook it on the bird. I can't believe it specifically points out salmon, and it's the first one. I get it. Now it's good to know that herring and tuna and eel, I knew tuna, I guess, but eel, I didn't really know tuna. Eel, tuna, and herring must be very high in fat content. Okay, next thing it says, you may have one type of vegetable only to be chosen from the following. Now, he does say in his protocol, don't mix vegetables. So, like, I do that wrong too, because I have a plate of mixed vegetables of cauliflower, broccoli, squash, and carrots. I know carrots you're not supposed to have, but like the number of small carrots I have is small. It's a mixed bag that I put on my plate. Okay, not supposed to do that on the original protocol. Okay, one type of vegetable only to be from the following list: spinach, chard, chicory, beet greens, green salad, tomatoes, celery, fennel, onions, red radishes, cucumbers, asparagus, cabbage. So those are your choices, okay? Third, you can have 1 grissini breadstick or 1 Melba toast. And fourth, an apple or an orange or a handful of strawberries or 1/2 grapefruit. Okay, so from his original protocol, that's all the information. We talked about this before in some previous videos, but I wanted to read directly off the original protocol. Dinner is going to be the exact same options as lunch. So basically, Your lunch, your dinner, your 2 meals are going to look the same. All right, I'm going to add a few extras that he adds down here at the bottom. The juice of 1 lemon daily is allowed for all purposes, okay? So you can have lemon juice in your water, add some stevia, and make yourself a lemonade. Quite frankly, what I've done is you can get crystallized lemon, and the ingredients on the back just says lemon. They come in like little packets, individual packets. So you can have them even in your purse. I've done that before, and I go someplace to eat and just get a water, and I open up the crystallized lemon packet and then put some artificial sweetener, and I make my own lemonade. Okay. All right, juice of 1 lemon. What else? Salt, pepper, vinegar, mustard powder, garlic, sweet basil, parsley, thyme, etc. may be used for seasoning, but no oil, butter, or dressing. Okay. Starting to feel convicted. I think I'm really going to stick with my fish today after reading this. Okay. Next line. Tea, coffee, plain water, mineral water are the only drinks allowed, but they may be taken in any quantity at all times. I add artificial sweetener to mine. Since artificial sweeteners are allowed on the diet, I feel like that's okay. Because again, we're talking back in the 1960s. They didn't have those flavor packs that they have now. So I still feel like that's okay and that I'm not really cheating on that one. But just health-wise, obviously, plain water would be better for me. I agree with that. All right. In fact, talking about our liquids again, the patient should drink about 2 liters of these fluids per day. Many patients are afraid to drink so much because they fear that it may make them retain more water. This is a wrong notion, as the body is more inclined to store water when the intake falls below its normal requirements. So don't not drink thinking, I don't want to put because we know liquids are heavy. I don't want to put that in my body. It's going to make me weigh more. First of all, it's not real weight and it comes right back out. You sweat it out and you use it on a daily basis. So the more you take, actually, the less your body wants to retain water because it senses that it's getting plenty and it doesn't need to hold on to it. Okay. Now, just 2 more lines here. The fruit or the breadstick may be eaten between meals instead of with lunch and dinner, but not more than 4 items listed for lunch, and dinner may be eaten at 1 meal. Okay. So basically they're saying you can eat you can't have more than what is on the protocol, which seems to be obvious, but he just reiterated that. And then he said, if you want to take that grissini, stick in that apple and not eat it at the same time you're having your protein and vegetables. Separate it so that you're eating more frequently throughout the day. That is okay. All right. There's a couple longer paragraphs at the end. I'm not over those right now because I don't want this video to go on forever, but I'll review them and I'll talk about that tomorrow. My hair was being crazy today, so I straightened it, but because it has natural curl, it's kind of curling back up again, and it's really doing its own thing. The layers are not being my friend, are they? Look at this. I need to get into the shower. This is what happens when you don't shower till after you teach your classes in the morning. Oh, my word. Whatevs. Okay, I'm making it worse. Oh, my goodness. I just clicked back and saw my face on this video. That's all I have for today. My lesson to you is every now and then we cheat. It happens. But try not to keep cheating when you cheat. The number of times I went back and had more salmon, I really did enjoy it. I really did. It was very, very good. So there's that. It's not like I cheated and now I have major regret today. I didn't even, how many times in life have we cheated and it's I didn't even enjoy that cake, but I just finished it off because I started eating it and I didn't even enjoy it, but I ate it anyway. Or it was fine, but it wasn't the best bread that I've ever had. Why did I waste the calories? This was the best salmon I've ever had. So I don't have any regret that way, but I'm not happy with the scale. I think I had a small bowel movement yesterday too. And I didn't lose anything. So there's that. Oh, to make matters worse, I didn't get on the treadmill yesterday. I don't know. I just felt I never really got myself to the point of, I almost kind of forgot about it. If I don't do it right away first thing in the morning, I just kind of forget that I need to go on the treadmill. And it wasn't until today that I realized, oh shoot, I never got on the treadmill at all yesterday. So that didn't help either. Because according to the treadmill, I burn, it says 400 calories. I don't burn 400 calories, but I probably burn about 100 calories while I'm on there for the course of that hour, maybe a little bit more than that. So, that didn't help either, that I was completely sedentary eating all this really heavy food. So I'm hoping the next couple days my body burns off the heaviness of all of that salmon and the residual oil taken in, and then I get back on track. So cod day today it is. Cod and vegetables. All right, that's my update. I hope that's helpful and informational to you, and I'll be in touch tomorrow with an update on what happened next. Bye.